Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I'm in this stage of like modesty. Like I have on this set right now, right? Cute, super cute. I feel like I need a jacket. Like I'm about to put on a jacket.
I just watched the video of this creator calling out women, particularly black women, for hoeing everything up because she went to Disney World, of course, a family-friendly amusement park, and she said the amount of women in tennis dresses and bubble skirts with their literal ass hanging out is ridiculous.
Modesty. To be or not to be. In a world that hypersexualizes women mainly and kind of throws this type of thing in your face, like everywhere you look, somebody doesn't have any clothes on. I'm just gonna say it.
When they see me, they salute the
Everywhere we look, whether that be on social media, going to concerts for certain people, just our daily lives at the gym, somebody will decide not to have clothes on or like the skimpiest thing for that occasion. And every summer this topic comes up, especially because it's getting hot outside, you know, the girlies want to wear what they want to wear. So in today's video I thought, why not talk about this topic and kind of tie in my little psychological view, because you know I am a psychology student, so why not? And I thought I should start a new series called Beauty and the Tea, which will be me doing any type of beauty thing that I want to do that day or that night whenever I'm filming. And today I'm just going to be doing like my nightly routine. Sorry if my face looks a little dry. I did wash it with my 𝙃𝙤𝙎𝙎 green tea or matcha, whichever one it is, with my 𝙃𝙤𝙎𝙎 face wash. And so it is kind of drying, but don't worry, we will fix that in this video. But I will be showing you guys each product that I'm using like as I go. And also, trigger warning, I will be talking about SA and sexual harassment. I'll probably bleep that out because I don't know if YouTube allows that type of talk. I'll be talking about those things in today's video, so if that is triggering to you, I'll put up these timestamps, and this is specifically where I'm going to be talking about that, and you can skip over it or you can just click off the video if you rather not risk it. I also want to note that these things that I'm saying is my opinion entirely. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Let's keep the comments very cordial and respectful. We just want to hear out each other's opinions. Let's not start fights and wars, okay? Okay. Now that I have washed my face, we're going to get into toner, because I know the order is like cleanser, toner, serums, moisturizers, and all that stuff. So I have all of that literally sitting over here. We're gonna do my face and then a little bit of hair care as well, because I twisted my hair myself. I know, not too much, and it was really cute. Okay, so to start off, we're going to start off with toner. So I have two types of toner. This one, it is Skin Cell Renewal and Rejuvenation Toning and Brightening Pads from this brand. I forgot, I don't know how you pronounce this name. My mom had the toner, so I was like, okay, let's use this one. And I'm also going to be using the 𝙃𝙎𝙎 𝙃𝙐𝙎 2% toner. I think this is kind of the dupe for the Paula's Choice one that I use all the time, and that one is Chef's Kiss. We're going to be using these two for toners. Okay, so to get into the topic of modesty, I wanted to basically come on here and express my opinion about this, especially as a girl that doesn't wear revealing clothes like that. Like, okay, a little shoulder, a little leg, but never will you be able to see my cheeks. Okay, we're going to start off with how the baddie appeal is kind of thrown at us, and everywhere you look, really, there is somebody promoting revealing clothing, stores, celebrities, anybody really, everybody is promoting that. And I also think that another reason why society promotes that mainly is because they are profiting off of women wearing revealing clothes. Just put this into perspective. If you're a woman and you're a celebrity, specifically black women and celebrities, you can come into the music industry and literally be modest and not wear, you know, too much revealing clothes. And as soon as you sign that record deal and that contract, they will literally strip you of your clothes.
How come every time a woman get famous in music, they rip her clothes off and throw her on stage? Why the fuck is Patti LaBelle in a thong? Like, damn, they give you a pen and paper, you think you signing a record deal? It's a damn waiver for 3 BBLs. They be like, oh, she been singing since she was in the womb. How big is that butt and how flat is that stomach? And get her some heels. And it don't matter how good your song is, you can't wear no clothes. It don't matter how old you is, and you gotta do it forever. They still got Keisha Cole in the glitter Speedo. I be feeling bad like, damn, auntie, I know you ain't wanna wear that. Still, wearing the same shit since you was 19 and you 58.
we all know who we're kind of talking about. And then also, even if I feel like women who decide that they want to wear revealing clothes like right off the bat, I feel like they get pushed more, even though there are also other talented women out there that do not wear revealing clothes and their music is kind of like slept on, if you know what I mean. Like, take for instance Ice Spice. When she first came out, she was being pushed in our faces like for forever, and she had just came out. If you take somebody like Raven Lene, who is just now starting to blow up, you can go on her Instagram. If you guys don't know who she is, her music is really good. For one, she has a different style of music, so she's not really talking about like sexual things in her music, which is honestly refreshing because that's all music talks about now. If you go on her Instagram, you can see that she doesn't really wear revealing clothes. Like, you don't see her butt, you don't see her like boobs out like that. She'll wear like something like v-neck, okay, that's like very rare. And then all of her skirts and dresses and whatever things that she wears is pretty long, and I feel like she isn't really being pushed as much as she should. And I just wanted to use that as an example. Like, her music is really good and her music isn't talking about a whole bunch of sexual things, and she's actually had a lot of collabs with higher artists, and she still isn't being pushed as much as Ice Spice. That's just something to think about. Another thing that I want to come on here and talk about, I'm getting sidetracked, I also have to be doing my skincare. I know a lot of women say that they are wearing, you know, that they are wearing revealing clothes for themselves, you know, for nobody to like, they're not wearing it for anybody else. But at the same time, we cannot negate the fact that when we do wear revealing clothes, we're not going to get attention. So we're going to get attention from almost everybody. If there's somebody walking down the street and they have like a revealing clothes on, or they're inside some place that normally you wouldn't wear revealing clothes to, you're going to get the attention and people are going to judge you based off what you're wearing. So it's really a thing of how do you want people to see you and your self-image. You were to go and meet somebody firsthand, like, what is the impression that you want to give off to them? Okay guys, so the next thing that we are going to do, now that we did toner, we're going to do the Anua Niacinamide 10, this one right here. Also, another thing is with social media, honestly, I can't go on Instagram or anywhere without somebody promoting nudity or, you know, OnlyFans or whatever they want to do, which is okay, fine, that's what you want to do, that's how you make your money, okay. But I feel like the women that don't want to do that shouldn't be shamed, shouldn't have to feel like that's the only way they can make a profit and make something of themselves, is to do OnlyFans or something like that. Because I have been on TikTok, Instagram, like, and seen so many women make memes about it, how they're working at 9 to 5, but the girl that is doing OnlyFans or whatever has already had a mansion and like 5 trucks and this and that. So it's like, since it's being pushed so much, I kind of feel like it makes the women that don't want to do that feel a little behind, like we're not doing something right, or we're not working to the caliber we should be working as like 20-something-year-old women, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff that they have when they do that stuff and the stuff that we have is not nearly as good. And I also feel that it sends a bad message to the younger generation of girls who, and boys, feel like as long as you have like a good body and you have, you know, like you're pretty or whatever, that's all you need in the world basically, which pretty privilege is a thing. But aside from that, that's not a good message to send to young girls, because they'll be seeking that attention, and you already know there on the internet there are pervs everywhere. So you don't want to have a younger girl feel like she needs to show her body and have revealing like wear, and she's like 13-14 years old. Let the kids stay kids, and if you get older and that's what you want to do, okay. But when you're younger, I don't feel like that should be pushed in front of them, because they already see it everywhere, especially if they have social media. I don't think children that young should have social media, but if they do, they're already seeing it everywhere. So it's going to have some type of influence on them and make them feel like they need to do that in order for people to like them, or in order for people to pay attention to them. I almost forgot, I need to put this is my Summer Fridays iced coffee. If you guys have watched any of my past videos, you know that I literally wear this in every video. I love this lip balm so much. I need to get another one because this one's literally almost done. Okay, now we're gonna get into the psychology of things, which is, I have my notes down here if you guys see me looking down. Modesty can be deeply rooted in the self-determination theory, which is the psychological theory that people thrive when they act from autonomy, not under pressure, which basically means when you choose like modesty for yourself, not because it's a trend, it becomes like more powerful. And I believe that it's about owning your body without having to offer it for like constant consumption. Also, I want you guys to consider this as well. Studies on self-objectification show that when women are hyper focused on how their body looks to others, they will begin to feel like more stressed, anxious, less present, and more disconnected from who they actually are. They might even be scared to be modest because that's not the end thing, or that's something that people might look down upon them for. They might call them like, you know, people have like the main names like granny or old. And modesty can become a way to protect their peace and stop performing. Also, on the topic of celebrities and everything like that, it can also really harm our mental health and make us compare ourselves literally all the time to women, because we're always seeing somebody's body and our body might not even look like that or it look close to that. We're always going to be comparing ourselves to those women that we see online because that's what's being pushed. So if this woman got 500,000 likes on a video and she's in a bikini and her body is slim, is fit, like she has a big butt, like women are obviously going to compare themselves to that, and it can make some women feel like they're not good enough basically for the body that they have, and their body might be better than her body. But you never know what somebody is going through, and you never know how the constant push to have like the perfect body, what it can do on, you know, our women's mental state. Yes, doesn't know what to do. Oh, she doesn't know who is. Bro, that's my jam. Okay, now that we have done the toner and the niacinamide, I want to do moisturizer. We're gonna do moisturizer, and normally for the newer moisturizer I literally do like kind of like 2 lines, and that is enough for me, honestly. I don't want to put too much on to where my face gets like too like oily, even though I have dry skin, but I don't want to clog up my pores or anything like that. And this might seem excessive, kind of, because it is. I don't do this every night. I just did this for video purposes so I can actually have like stuff to do while I talk. But I do use these products though. So the last little thing as far as like skincare that we're going to do is the Medicube Collagen Jelly Cream. I don't have a lot in here. I do have like quite a bit though. But yes, we will be using this. And honestly, for this, you don't need a lot. You just need like a good amount. Honestly, I'll show you how much like I put on each side. So like this is how much I put on each side of my face. So like this side, I'll put this and then dip it in again. Put this and then on my forehead, and then like a very little amount on my chin because it's already some on the other part of my face already. And then we're just going to massage this in. I'm gonna move my hair back, but yeah, then we're just going to rub this in, and let's continue talking. Okay, so this is the part where I am going to be talking about the effects on kind of wearing revealing clothes, like can happen, like SA and all that stuff. So if this is triggering for you, or you don't want to hear this part of the video, you can skip to this timestamp again and I will be done with this. Okay, but for the girlies who are staying, we also have to take into consideration the impact wearing revealing clothes has on our environment and the people around us, really. So I'm in no way excusing what men do to women, because they can have the thing that covers their body the most, and there are still men that are out there that will not care, and they still will commit a crime on these women. But this is such like a nuanced topic, because at the same time, if you are at a club, right, and you have literally the miniest of miniest skirts on, a top that was kind of very revealing, and you're just dancing around, having a good time, having drinks with your friends, you have to think about the environment that you're in and the men that are in those environments, because these are low-level men. They don't have much self-respect, they don't have a lot of control, and they're in this environment with you, and this is what you're wearing. So just by analyzing that, you have a higher risk of something going wrong and you being assaulted by a man in that building. Because of the environment that you're in and the people that are in this environment, you do have a higher chance of that happening to you. For one, there's alcohol involved, there's most likely drugs involved. So all of these factors come into play when you go into these types of places and wear the revealing clothes that you want to wear when you go out. And like I said, I am in no way defending the men at all, but we have to be very mindful of the things that we do and how we present ourselves to people, how we present ourselves in the environments that we're in. And then there's the other hand, you go to, or the mall, even better, kind of the same amount of people as the club. You know, the mall has a lot of people, a lot of different people around, shops and everything, and you wear something that isn't revealing. So wear like a jeans and a regular t-shirt or something like that. You have a significantly less chance of something bad happening to you. I'm not saying that it's zero at all, but you do have a significantly less chance of something bad happening to you based on the environment that you're in and the clothes that you decided to wear. A shirt and jeans, everybody wears that. You won't get that much attention on you for wearing a shirt and jeans. Like, okay, you can still be dressed up, you can still be very cute, hair cute, jewelry, you know, makeup, everything done, but you won't get that same amount of attention because this is something that everybody wears and it's not revealing. Like, you're not showing a whole bunch of skin. It's normal. If you guys understand and that makes sense at the comparison that I'm trying to do here. I'm just saying, please take in consideration your environment and where you are, and also take in consideration the people that you're with yourself. If you have like your girlfriends and y'all are kind of loud, you know, you're loud, you know, you want to dance, perfectly fine. Be loud and dance. But also know that you will gain the attention of someone that might not have your best intentions. Not to be rude, y'all, but please, there's a time and place for everything. Let's bring back a little shame, you know? Let's think about the things that we're wearing, you know, when we go out. You know, like this, I don't know if you guys have seen the video, it went viral, of this good lady was talking about these women that went to Disneyland or Disney World, whichever one, and they literally had bubble skirts on and it literally showed basically their entire butt, which, okay, bubble skirt on, that's what you want to wear, okay. But at the same time, you have to think there are children in Disneyland. This is a family friendly place, so there's a time and place for you to wear everything. And you wearing a bubble skirt and you have short kids around you and you're in front of them and all they get is a face full of your butt, you know, that's a little something that needs to be talked about, because you shouldn't be wearing like revealing clothes, in my opinion. Now, you shouldn't be wearing revealing clothes to these places like that. These are family friendly places where people have their kids and they want to take their kids to, you know, go play on the rides or go eat the food and stuff, and they don't need a face full of your butt everywhere they go. Like, okay, you go into the club and you're wearing a bubble skirt. Okay, that's the club. That's, you know, all adults there. It's kind of expected that you wear something like that. But you go into Disneyland and wearing something like that, it's a little crazy when we're really thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. It's like being pushed everywhere. That's not, no, let's keep it cute, you know? Let's keep it like under wraps. Like, okay, you can still be cute and have a really nice outfit and not show half of your butt or your whole entire boob. You know what I mean? You're not at the beach. You're in a kid-friendly place where, you know, kids can be easily influenced. Okay, I am done with my little gua sha. I don't know how much you did, but I'm done with my little gua sha. And the last thing that we are going to be doing is taking some castor oil, and I'm just going to be putting it in my hair, and I'm going to take my little scalp massager and massage that through my hair. And I'm just going to give you guys my little final thoughts on modesty and how we as women should present ourselves, especially in the world that capitalizes off women wearing no clothes. If you haven't not tried this before, like putting castor oil and then, you know, raking it through your locks, your hair, you know, You guys should try this. It's really, really nice. It feels really good. I honestly love it. I do it every other night. I don't want my hair to get like too oily, but my hair is honestly dry, so it does need a little TLC every once in a while. And this also stimulates hair growth and blood circulation in your scalp. So if you guys haven't tried it, you should try it out. My final thoughts on this modesty topic, which is my opinion again. Feel free to comment down below what you guys think modesty is, or what modesty is for you. For me, is just taking into account the effect you might have on someone when you are wearing revealing clothes, and what that can make them want to do. If you understand what I'm saying, you can still be very cute, can still be very womanly, and not show your entire body like for the world to see. You also can bring unwanted attention to the small things on your body. You know, somebody might feel the need that they need to comment on how your body looks, or what you should be doing, you know, in the gym or whatever. You know, you don't want to give everybody access to you entirely. You want to keep some things concealed. Remember, you can wear whatever you want. You can wear whatever you want, be however you want, like talk however you want, but always remember that the way you present yourself can have unwanted consequences of your actions, basically. Modesty isn't about being repressed or not being able to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. It's about understanding that showing all of your skin or showing your body to everyone doesn't always equal happiness and like the self-validation that you might be seeking. Okay, lovelies, so we have come to the end of today's video. Thank you for staying with me in the first episode of Beauty and the Tea. Yeah, y'all stay tuned for my next video. I think I'll be talking about filters and what it has to do and how that can contribute to our body dysmorphia, digital body dysmorphia, in this like time frame of our society, and AI as well. But anyways, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you guys enjoyed this. And also don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on modesty and on what you think should be done as a whole in our society to just lower the rates of SAs and things that are happening to our women. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Wait. What do you like about this girl? I mean, there's like a lot of things. I'd probably start with